Even though Black identity is inherently complex, there is still a pervasive narrative that Blackness is a monolith, and this stereotype needs to be called out. Joining me today is comedian, filmmaker, and host W. Kamau Bell, whose new documentary, 1000% Me, Growing Up Mixed, is out now. Kamau, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
With your new documentary, you speak to children from various backgrounds about their heritage and how society perceives them based on their appearance. Why did you decide to take this approach for this film?
You know, for a long time, people know that I have Black and mixed daughters in my house. I got 3 of them. They are both Black and mixed because you can be both. And so people ask me, like, when are you going to do something about mixed folks or mixed kids? Because they knew I had these little girls running around in my house. And I felt like I wanted to find a way to do it that didn't sort of locate it in the sort of tragic mulatto definition of mixed that often exists in this country when we talk about mixedness, because my daughters do not come off as tragic mulattoes, as you can see in the film. And I also wanted to do something that was family friendly and was something that the whole family could sit down and watch, which on United Shades of America or other things I've done, I wouldn't say they're family friendly, as I do hear that like kids do watch them sometimes, but I wanted to make something that was actively for families from little kids through grandparents to sit down and watch together, and then have discussions about racial identity afterwards, whether they are mixed or not.
What was your favorite part about making this film particularly?
So when we first decided to make the film, I thought it was going to be just kids in it, and I thought it would be sort of like more about sort of the obvious topics about having mixed kids, like what is mixed kids' hair like and how do the parents deal with that. But the kids got so deep so quickly when we first started talking to them that it just became a thing where I was like, oh, this is going to be deeper than I thought it was.
I'm half Pakistani and I'm half African American.
I'm Asian and American.
Filipino American.
Black and white and both.
Half Black and half Japanese.
1000% a person.
And it ended up being a film at a time in this country where there are politicians and community leaders, quote unquote leaders, and school boards everywhere trying to restrict what kids can learn about the history of race and racism in America. And they're banning books that talk about different identities, racial, gender, sexuality. At a time when we're doing that, this film is, in 1 hour, a very effortless rebuke of a lot of the anti-Blackness and anti-woke laws that are around this country. It is a very effortless rebuke of a man I like to call presidential nopeful Ron DeSantis.
As a Black man in the spotlight, with your platform being so open about your interracial marriage, how has that been for you? I think sometimes there can be pushback because, you know, you're not with a Black woman or this or that. You know how it is. You know how social media is.
Yeah, oh no, I've had a couple runarounds on social media. So one of the best things for all those arguments is getting older and sort of realizing if you're not going to help me pay my rent, I'm not going to engage in every discussion with you. Like if you're not going to help me figure out how to pick up my kids from school and how to get them to the next thing they got to get to, or how to move this couch, I don't have to engage with every argument with you. So I understand people who I understand the argument about why people want people to marry inside their race. I'm not saying you can't have that belief, but I am saying that me and my wife been together 20 years now. So whatever brought us together, whatever's keeping us together has nothing to do with some sort of like, I don't know, like, I don't even want to say what people think it is, but the idea being that like we are in this. And if anybody who knows my wife knows she's committed to dismantling white supremacy, and she has many examples in her life, not just being married to me, that prove that. So you can have that argument. You can say that about me, whatever you want to do, but I'm not gonna defend my marriage or relationship to anyone. If I didn't do it, you know, when there was times in my life where people in my wife's family weren't excited about our relationship and I didn't defend it to them, I'm certainly not defending it to you.
That's a good answer. The mind your business is what I think. Just mind your business.
Yeah, I mean, you can have whatever opinions you want to have. It's your First Amendment rights, but you don't have the right for me to have to.
Yeah, or even to share it out loud. Just keep that to yourself.
I can't stop people from doing that, but I'm certainly not going to be like, you know, you made a good point. I just, you know, again, I got too many children to be spending time arguing with people in the comments section or on social media.